Hello world, DinoMega here. In this video I'm going to walk you through setting up version 2 of my Unreal Engine 5 inventory and item blueprint system on a brand new first person project. Now the first thing we need to do is add the inventory and item system to our project, so hop on over to the Epic launcher and find my inventory and item system in your vault. Add it to your project, then return to the editor. Next we need to add our inventory and item system component to our player controller. However, a brand new first person project uses a built-in player controller, and to get access to this we need to make a child of it first. Navigate to your first person blueprints folder and make a new blueprint. From the window, select player controller. Name your controller something easy to remember, like my player controller. Next, we need to make sure our game mode uses our new player controller. And in the same folder, open up BP_ first person game mode. From the player controller class, select the controller you just made. For me, that was my player controller. Compile, save, and go ahead and open up the controller you made. Click the Add New Component button, search for and select Inventory and Item System Player Controller. Compile, save, and press play. As soon as the game loads, you should see the hotbar at the bottom, and if you press I, it will toggle the player inventory. If you made it this far, you have successfully installed my inventory and item system into your first-person project. The rest of this video will walk you through adding and configuring some of the major systems included with this asset. But before we continue, take a moment and open up the AC_inventory item system component located in the Blueprints Components folder. This is the component we attach to our player controller. There are two event graphs on this component. Hop on over to the Keybindings event graph, and take a look over all the key bindings and events I'm consuming at this location. I recommend changing these to inputs instead of key bindings, especially this left mouse binding. You won't be able to shoot until you remove this. Pretty much all first-person shooter games are going to use left mouse button to shoot, so you probably want to change this to something else. Next, we're going to add an item to our world that we can pick up. Navigate to the Blueprints Interactables Items folder and drop a copy of our BP_interactable_item into the world. Select the actor from the details panel, then enter loot_box_extreme into the item row name. The item row name is a reference to our item in our item data table, and you can learn all about this data table within the item system chapter of the documentation. Press play, then approach the item. You can press the E key to pick it up and toggle your inventory with the I key. We can move the item back and forth from our hotbar, and we can press the key binding to use the item. Next, switch on over to Containers Storage Chest folder and drop a copy of our BP_container_storage chest in the world. Press play, then go put some items in it. All the same functionalities of the inventory are also built into the storage chest. Now go ahead and switch to the Drop Loot Containers subfolder and drop a copy of our BP_drop loot in the container into the world. This container is like a treasure chest. It will let you loot from it, but you can't store items in it. And when everything is looted, it will despawn. Select the container, then on the details panel, add a few items from your data table to the loot items map. The key is the item row name and the value is the quantity. And all these items I'm using are just demo ones that are included in the project. Go ahead and press play and try it out. Next on our list are the NPCs. We have a vendor and a banker. Switch to the Interactables NPC subfolder and drop a copy of each into our world. The banker is like a storage chest, but it's unique to the player interacting with it, and it's also available across level. Our vendor is like a shopkeeper. By default, there are no buy items, but we can see our sell items tab works fine. To add buy items to the vendor, select it in the world and its component, and then from the details panel, add items from your data table to the buy items array. The documentation will cover what all these settings are, but to make an item have an unlimited supply, just set the starting quantity to -1. Press play and give it a try. Last on our list is the crafting system. Go ahead and switch to the recipe table/crafting subfolder and drop a copy of our BP_recipe table_crafting into the world. Press play and run up to interact with it. As you can see, it tells us we do not have access to crafting. This is because crafting is an optional system now, and to enable it we need to switch back to our player controller and add another component to it. This time search and select crafting and recipe system. Compile, save, and press play again. Now when you run up to the crafting table, you will be able to use it. By default, a few recipes are already in this system for you. You can add your own with the recipes data table, and the documentation will run you through adding recipes if you're curious. That covers setting up the major systems. There are a few other secondary systems like the loot system and the hotbar, but this video is just intended to get you started. So make sure you check out my other videos. There's also a demo world, and the documentation is pretty extensive. You can learn about everything that's included there. If you'd like to request a feature, I have a system on my website just for that. You can also see what other people are requesting and vote on features you like. And the highest voted features are the ones I'll consider for addition to the system. If you find any bugs or have any problems setting up the system, please reach out to me and I will do what I can to help you figure it out. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching. Good luck with your game.